What happened? After a stranger left me a $5 million inheritance, then I found out who he really was. I spent my whole life thinking I was alone. No parents, no relatives, no past, just a name and a file in the foster system. But one random phone call from a lawyer changed everything. A mysterious man I'd never heard of left me $5 million, and a secret that shattered everything I thought I knew about my parents' death. This is the story of how one accident shaped my life, and how I found meaning in the most unexpected inheritance imaginable. I didn't expect my life to change that Thursday afternoon. It started like any other day. I was sitting at my desk, typing up reports and answering emails. The office buzzed with the usual low hum of voices and clicking keyboards. I was tired, a little bored, and counting down the hours until I could go home. Then my phone rang. Just my cell phone, sitting quietly next to my keyboard. I almost ignored it, but something told me to pick it up. Hello? I answered. Hello, Ms. Daniels. A calm, professional voice said. This is Mr. Stevens from Stevens & Associates. I'm calling because you've been named in an inheritance. I blinked. Inheritance? I'm sorry, I replied. I think you have the wrong person. I don't have any family. No, this is correct, he said, sounding certain. It's from a Mr. Greenwood. The name meant nothing to me. I didn't know any Mr. Greenwood. That wasn't my parents' last name, and as far as I knew, I had no living relatives. None at all. I had always believed I was completely alone in the world. I don't know any Mr. Greenwood, I said, confused. Well, he continued, still calm and polite, he left something for you. I'd like you to come by my office on Friday to discuss the details. I sat in silence for a moment, unsure what to say. My mind was racing. Who was this Mr. Greenwood, and why would he leave me anything? I had just turned 28. I had lived my entire life as an orphan. My parents had died in a car accident when I was just 3 months old. I didn't even remember them. Everything I knew about them came from files or things people told me. After the accident, I was placed in the foster care system. I grew up there, bouncing from home to home. I never had any relatives. No grandparents, no aunts or uncles, no cousins. I had been told my parents were both orphans themselves. They'd grown up in a group home, without family. So when they died, I was completely alone. I used to think about that sometimes. How strange it was to be the only one left. Like I was the last branch on a tree that had been cut down. And now out of nowhere, a lawyer was telling me that someone named Mr. Greenwood had left me something in a will. I agreed to meet with him. I was curious and honestly a little unsettled. After my parents died, my life wasn't easy. I was passed around from one foster home to another. Some were okay, some weren't. I wasn't a difficult kid, just quiet. I didn't cause trouble. I kept to myself. But even then, no one wanted to keep me for long. Most families only seemed interested in the money they got for taking in foster kids. Others had their own children and didn't really include me. Sometimes the other foster kids were mean. I learned to be invisible. That felt safer. When I was 10, there was an older girl at one of the homes. She told me, "You're better off keeping to yourself. People come and go. You'll see." She was right. No one stayed. By the time I was a teenager, I had stopped hoping someone would adopt me. I didn't expect anyone to love me or care. I had to grow up fast. I learned how to take care of myself, how to be independent. I didn't trust people. I didn't let anyone in. School became my safe place. It was the one area I could control. I worked hard, kept my grades up, and stayed out of trouble. I kept my head down and dreamed of the day I could finally leave the system behind. I wanted freedom, even if it meant being alone. When I turned 18, I left the system with just a small bag of clothes and whatever I'd managed to save from the part-time jobs I held through high school. There was no graduation party, no proud family photos, just me, walking away from the group home, quietly stepping into adulthood. College wasn't in the cards, I didn't have the money, and I had no one to help me fill out applications. No support system to fall back on. So I did what I had to do. I found a job. At first, I worked as a barista. It was fast-paced, sometimes chaotic, but it paid the rent and let me buy groceries. Later, I picked up a second job at a local bookstore. It was quieter, slower, and more my speed. I liked the smell of paper and the silence between shelves.